Hey everyone! Recently, I was asked by an associate of a Garry's Mod hosting company if I'd be interested in being affiliated with them. I said I'd at least take a look at what they offer and decide from there if I would recommend their services or not. And let me say, I really like what they have to offer. I've been asked over the past year quite a bit about how to host a server without having it run on your own PC, or how to have your server run online without port forwarding, which the easiest way is to host your server with a company. I have even been asked a few times on if I knew of any hosting companies I'd recommend. Previously, I had none to recommend. That has now changed. They are called Atomic Networks, and their price to performance is amazing, let alone their UI is super simple and user-friendly. They are a newer company, started about 3 to 4 months ago, and they already have over 100 clients and growing. They also have a Discord server with 24/7 support that I'll leave down below that you can join with any questions about them. They were nice enough to let me have a free month and play around with one of their servers, which I chose their $15 a month plan to test, as it seems like a very nice middle ground for most people starting out on a server. They do have development servers that are completely free, but their starting price for their server hosting is only $5 a month. And honestly, that would be enough for people that don't have a ton of add-ons and just have a few friends hopping on with them. The $15 a month server does have limitations, but everything is upgradable. I was able to play just fine on the $15 package, except for one thing. I had too many add-ons that took over the 30 gigabyte storage. To be fair though, I tried downloading 369 add-ons, and it was actually pretty close to pulling all of them. For the average player, I don't see 30 gigabytes being too little space. Their last package is $50 a month, which has absolutely no limitations and would be an amazing thing to have for people who host their server nonstop with lots of players. Though for the average player, the $15 package will probably be best suited. Now, I'll show you personally what they have to offer and what everything looks like. So here we have their homepage. You can see all their information, everything they have to offer here. Here we can see their services, Garry's Mod Hosting. We can see their packages, their location, the CPU used in those packages, the amount of RAM, and the price. The $15 a month one is the one that I am testing out currently. I'm pretty happy with it. They do have this $50 one a month, which gives you unlimited everything, but I think it'd be a little too extreme for your casual player. That's more for servers with lots of players and constantly running. That's the US location. They do also offer hosting in the UK and the AU. Now, once you choose a server that you would like and you were to purchase one, you can sign into the billing portal, which here at the billing portal will just show you all the servers that you have. You can have more than one server if you need. You would click here on manage on the one that you want to manage. And you can start the server just from right here. Start, you can stop it, reboot, reinstall, but we'll go to the panel. I want to show you what the panel is. This is what I find really cool about their services, is this whole panel system. Right here we have the console. It takes you right to the console, which is pretty much the Start.bat file. When you click start, you'll see that it's starting like exactly how the Start.bat does. You can see your IP address, your startup, everything right here. It's downloading the add-ons that I have added to a test collection that I was using. And the VAC secure mode is activated. That's how you know it's running. There's your public IP. You can do the connect, put in an IP, then the :27015. You can also just click join server and it'll just join the server, which is very cool. Anyway, we'll stop the server for now. I want to show you what everything they have to offer in here. So in here we have the server details, where you can choose your server name. You can see what your server limits are based on the package that you ordered. Your server info, which you see right here, is the IP address to connect. It's not running, so it doesn't tell me the map or the host name or anything. You can see your CPU usage and memory, which of course it's not running, so there is none. Here we got the audit logs. You can see everything that you've done to the server, or anyone else has done. Here I find really cool. We got a file manager system in here, which this is literally the whole Steam CMD Garry's Mod file system. So instead of it being in Steam apps like how I've been showing, it actually is here in Garry's Mod. But it's everything that you would need. You can upload right here, you can put a new file, new folder in, you can clone it, you can even upload Steam Workshop items right from here, which is amazing. So for example, the CFG, I could customize the server.cfg if I needed to. My server name, I could add more SBox, props, whatever I needed to add. Here in the settings, I could go to the users.txt and I could change. I've already added myself as a super admin. You could add super admins, regular admins, whatever you need to add. And then in here, you got maps. You can upload your own maps, which I've already uploaded a few. I'm going to delete this one because I'm going to show you how to upload that to the Steam Workshop. So I'll delete that one for now. So if I wanted to upload a map through my files that I have, I would just click the upload, show all files, and it's actually already in my maps folder. but I could choose, okay, I want, I don't know, Trouble in Terrorist Town, the subway. Open, and it's gonna upload it just like that. Once it's uploaded, you'll see it down here, which, okay, I already uploaded it once, so it put a 0 on it, so I'll just delete this one. But it's really that simple to upload. Now, the Steam Workshop way is a little different. It's still easy, takes a little longer in my opinion, but we'll go to the Garry's Mod Workshop and download a map. So we'll go to Maps. I'm just gonna choose All Time, and I'm gonna download that Cinema one. So here's the GM Cinema V2. I'll take that, and you just take this link right here and you copy that, and you go to the Steam Workshop and you just paste it in here, and then submit. And it is now downloading. It does take a little bit of time to download it, in my opinion. I think it would be faster to just download the map and then upload it, but it's cool that they offer this. When it's done downloading, you'll see this right here, and it'll reload and you'll see the map. So obviously the first issue here is that it's in a folder and it didn't extract the map to the actual maps folder, but it's an easy fix. Still pretty convenient for how easy it is just to upload the Steam Workshop. So you see it's in here, there's the map. We need that in the maps folder. So you just click these 3 dots, rename, move, and you just get rid of this and this, or the extra line. So we want that map in this folder. Submit, and it's there. It's that simple. So I go back to Maps. You'll see that the cinema is now in there, and you can delete this folder. Now to change the map, we're gonna need this map name. So we're gonna take this and we'll copy it, and I'll show you in a little bit where we put that. The other cool thing about this that I like is that it has backups. So if you were gonna add an add-on that could potentially break the server, or you wanted to test something on the server that you don't know if it's gonna work or not, you could back up your server first, just in case it doesn't work. Or you can just keep a backup of your server just in case for any reason. I thought this was cool too. You could have sub-users you could create, and you could send an email to one of your friends or someone that you want to help you with your server, and you can give them all these access things. So you could do, add sub-user, obviously I'm the owner of it, but you could like, okay, I want this person to be able to update it. I want this person to be able to start and stop it, but I don't want them to be able to restart it. So don't click that, anything. Or you can give them full access to do whatever you want. Access the console, maybe just only access the console, but they can't do anything else, just so they can see what's going on in the server. You just type in their email, you could add them, and they can do anything that you give them access to do. And here you got your allocations, which right here is just your IP and your port. They do use the standard 27015 port. Now this is what's really cool about this too, the startup parameters. So here is where you would put the map name, so it's already set to cinema for me. But if I wanted to change it to flat grass or something, I could put flat grass in, but I'll keep it on the cinema for this one. And as you can see, this is the whole startup parameter right here, the startup command. Here's where you put the workshop ID for whatever collection you wanted to use for all the add-ons. You do have 30 gigabytes for the 15 a month plan. You can set your max players, do all this stuff right here, which I've never messed with. And you can set your game mode. So you can have it be sandbox, which is what it defaults to, but I put it to dark RP. I was messing with something. I'm gonna show you this. So I put it to dark RP. So before I show you this, I just wanted to show one other thing is the schedules. You can set up schedules for if you want your server to restart once a month or once a week, once a day, whatever. You can set up schedules for that. And in here real quick, if you need to reinstall your server, you can reinstall it for any reason. You can monitor health, all that stuff. But this I found really cool as well, is the mod manager. Dark RP, right there. It was a click of a button and it installed it. I can show you, so I'll show you with WireMod. I click install, takes a few seconds, and there it is, WireMod's installed. And that's how easy it was for the Dark RP and the Dark RP modification. I just clicked that button, clicked install, and all I had to do was go to startup parameters and change the game mode to Dark RP from Sandbox. And it's running just fine. So I thought that was extremely cool how easy it is to add these mods. You got MySQL, ULX, the admin panel. I just downloaded WireMod. It's really that simple to add the mods to this. Now, of course, you can add other game modes to this as well, but you'd have to go to the file manager and you'd have to install them manually, upload them, like Trouble in Terrorist Town or Prop Hunt, whatever. But Dark RP, I would say, is probably the most popular in my opinion, other than Sandbox. So the fact that it's just a click of a button and it's done, that's amazing. And they got plenty of other mods as well. They even offer the Fast DL, which I have a video on that. And this is where you can have other people, so when they log in, it downloads all the add-ons and everything, but it's implemented into this. So that's extremely cool. I don't have it set up for my server because I'm just testing things out, but it's really cool that they have this. So yeah, that's the whole panel in here. And honestly, I was sold the moment I saw how this panel worked. I figured this is probably the price to performance, probably the best I've seen and heard of. And the user-friendly UI is just amazing, and everything's just right here. So for people that want to host their server, that don't want their server running on their computer, or just want peace of mind, easy things without having to do all the complicated stuff yourself, this is the way to go, 100%. So now I'll start the server and I'll show you in game what it actually looks like and how the Dark RP is it works just like that. All right, so now to connect to the server, you could use the connect and then put this IP in and the 27015 and you can connect that way. Or with Garry's mod running, which I find that's pretty cool too, is you just click this join server button. Join server, open Steam, and your server is actually being joined right now. So we can go back to Garry's mod and we can see here that it is connecting to the server. You see up here that it is my name, the Alex Cordell's test server, the map that we installed and put on there, and it is in Dark RP mode instead of Sandbox. And now you can see we are connected. And you can see it is a Dark RP server, and it was really that simple. It was that simple to start the server. Get the whole UI and everything, the server settings, and it is running perfectly fine. If it seems a little laggy, it is not the server, I promise you. I tested it earlier and it runs just fine. It is because I am recording and playing the game at the same time. I'm still working on setting up my recording setup. But it is a Dark RP server, and as you can see, we do have the add-ons that I added here, the weapons, the nuke stuff, which I don't think is usable in Dark RP unless I add myself as an admin or something on the Dark RP modification stuff. But they are there, and they did work in the sandbox mode, and I'll probably show that here in a moment too. I was running the tactical nukes, and it was not lagging the server, nor was it crashing, nothing. I was using nuke after nuke, which sometimes even on my dedicated server would crash the server because it was just too much. So here, everything Dark RP wise is working. It says owned. You can do all this stuff. You can do the modification. Oh, I guess here's chat commands. So you got the wiki. That's pretty cool. Here's all the commands. For how simple it was to start the server and build it, it's just crazy that this is all built into it. We got the cinema, which I wouldn't really say this is a Dark RP map, but it is the map we downloaded, which is really cool. And everything's working just fine. It's kind of spooky in here. There we go. But yeah, it was that simple to set up. Well, that was all for this video. If you are interested with this hosting company, I will leave an affiliated link down below. Let me know in the comments what you think, or if you would have recommended a different hosting company. As always, I would greatly appreciate a like and subscribe if you like any of my videos. And as always, see you all in the next video. Thank you.